Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of those things together. The content that I'm going to show you right now is the anti-gun forces rallying. We told you it was going to happen. We even told you where they were going to do it. But we didn't see one of these little things that they were going to do, and they are admitting it openly in their media acolyte push. Everything's going to be linked into the description box below, but make no mistake, people. This is the move. They will always forecast it, and we're right here to oppose them from the freedom side of this party. So make sure you want to join that freedom party, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because from border to border and coast to coast, we are pushing freedom. We'd love to have you jump on this train because it is leaving the station. With that said, let's get right into it. On a personal note, I would like to thank each of you who extended get well wishes to me. I did have a bug yesterday, which was pretty brutal. Slept for 24 hours. I'm good now. We are back in operation, and thank you to each of you who sent kind words, because now we've got some freedom, sick or not. Let's get it. All right. We're going to talk about The Guardian. Check this out. They use the media as a marketing piece, as a branding piece, as a rallying piece. They always do. They always will. Let's get it. We've been at this rodeo before. Gun safety groups prepare for a second Trump term. Well, I'm going to show you what they think they're preparing for, and I'm going to tell you actually what really is going to happen, because it's not exactly like they think. But let's get into it, because we are much more organized than we were the last time that they came at us to take our gun rights. Let's get it. Donald Trump's imminent return to Washington has put gun safety groups on high alert, as the president-elect once described himself as the best friend gun owners have ever had in the White House. Okay, well, he has a tendency to exaggerate. But anyway, let's keep going. With Trump returning for a second term, gun safety groups acknowledge that they will spend much of the next 4 years playing defense at the federal level. But despite their disappointment over Kamala Harris's loss, advocates voice determination and some cautious optimism about what they can achieve at the state level and through corporate accountability measures during Trump's presidency. There it is, right there. There's the thesis statement. There is the mission statement. State level, we told you they were going to do that. That was kind of obvious. They're always going to go where there's least amount of resistance. They get their door slammed, their face slammed right in the door on the federal level and the judicial level. They're going to shift to where they can make some wins. State level, they're going to go to blue bastion state level, and they're going to push gun control. That's what they're going to do, and they're going to use it as a national rally cry to say, look, we're winning, even though they only have about 11 states that'll do it out of 50. That's exactly what they were going to do. What I did not see coming was them putting forward scorecards on corporations in order to pressure them to prevent gun rights from being in their establishments. Watch, I'm going to show you. They will always try to find a way, because this is not about gun safety. This is about control and keeping the money coming for their corporation. Watch. We'll walk right through it. Quote, "We've been at this rodeo before," said John Feinblatt, president of Everytown for Gun Safety, "but we've got the playbook from 2016, and in some ways, I think we're in much better shape than we were in 2016. Completely wrong. They are in far worse shape than they were in 2016. This is just, honestly, chest pounding. But they're going to use the same thing that they did in 2016. Do you know what they did in 2016? They pushed really, really, really hard at a state level. They pushed really hard with the litigation. They pushed really hard with lawsuits to states and lawsuits to manufacturers and corporations. That's what they did at the 2016 level, and they waited for something bad to happen, and then they pressured lawmakers. That's exactly what they did in 2016. However, this time, we have 29 states out of 50 that are constitutional carry. It's not the same. We're also more organized. We're also more efficient in our connection, and we have bigger pull in Congress than we did in 2016 on a social standpoint. This is a big one, guys. The battle is getting very, very fun. But let's continue, because freedom has to continue. To be sure, Trump could still unwind some of the gun safety movement's accomplishments during his second term, because they have to put out there. He's going to establish some wins, all right? Watch this. He will almost certainly shutter the Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Good. A first-of-its-kind cross-government initiative launched by Biden. Good. Rip it out by the root and never let it return. Trump could nominate a more gun-friendly official to lead the ATF. It's possible. Or they could leave it vacant. I don't know what's going to happen. I would love to see a pro-2A person in there. They might leave it vacant. I don't know that one. Trump may also have an opportunity to nominate more justices to the Supreme Court. Guys, you have to understand what this article is. This is floating look how strong we are, even though they're not strong at all. We always tell you, whether it's on this channel, Katie's channel, Stone Second Sense, or it's Second Legacy with me and Tim, we always tell you that the gun controllers play the long game because they come from a control socialist playbook. Everything is about the long term. It's always about this incremental movement of safety towards their end goal. Always long term. Well, if you're talking about the Republicans and Trump's going to get another Supreme Court justice, that's a long term on this side. Guys, they are losing. We are winning. And the only way we keep winning is we keep pushing them pedal to the metal. All right, let's keep going. But more significant measures, including a potential repeal of the bipartisan Senate or Safer Communities Act, may be out of reach. I don't think that's getting repealed. That talking about the one win that Biden got when the Republicans signed onto it. That one's probably not going away, objectively. Still, with additional federal legislation appearing unlikely for the next 4 years, yeah, it's not going to happen, gun safety groups plan to devote even more attention to the states, which have already provided ample opportunity for change. They're shifting to the states. Now, let me show you where they're going corporate. Gun safety advocates may face fewer hurdles at a state level, given that Democrats largely held their ground in state legislatures this year, even as they sustained losses in federal races. Guys, I'm telling you, this is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to use the blue bastion states as little experiment zones, as little test zones, to push more and more gun control. If you live in a blue state, expect to see Ethan's Law, expect to see red flag laws, expect to see bans on different things. This is where they're going to go. It's not a mistake they're putting this out now. Quote, I have every expectation that we will build on the progress in 2025, not lose it, Brown said. That's the head of Giffords. We see states as the testing ground in a lot of ways for some of our most innovative solutions to this problem. Told ya! And that's not just us, by the way. I'm saying GOA says this, FPC says this, NAGR, this is their move. Guys, this is a really important thing to recognize, because once you recognize their move, you can get right in front of it and you can defeat them very easily. They are broadcasting what they're going to do. Let's keep going. Some gun safety advocates are even looking beyond federal and state governments to advance their agenda. This is where the corporate comes in. The group Guns Down America has launched a Business Must Act campaign imploring corporations to ban the open carry of firearms in stores and use their financial capital in support of policy change. The campaign includes a scorecard where supporters can see how each company ranks in terms of gun safety. That's exactly what they've done to states. You know how Giffords and Everytown have those rankings of states and their scorecards and all that? Now they're putting them out there for corporations to bully them and pressure them into actually using their money to fund gun control initiatives. This is blackmail. Hey, you better donate to gun safety causes, because if you don't, you're going to get a really bad score on our gun safety scorecard. Guys, they're telling you what they're going to do. We think Guns Down America is a moment to shine, because with the policymaking process at the federal level, I don't think anyone has much hope for that in the next 2 to 4 years. And the problem isn't going to go away by itself, the group's executive director, Hudson Munoz, said. They are going to start bullying corporations. You are going to start seeing this. Now, the way we're going to fight this back is we're going to bring congressional pressure on these corporations who do this, and they're going to really want to get uncomfy. But that's what they're going to do. Quote, we see corporate accountability right now activated in our Business Must Act campaign as the place where we can continue to build on progress that happened in the last 4 years. It's time for us to be creative. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you this morning. But now we're going to talk to you about where it's really going. They're going to push on corporations pretty hard. There's not going to be a huge amount of stuff that they can get done in the gun control legislatures in the blue states, because they've kind of already done it. But there are some that they're gonna push. Like I said, red flag laws, Ethan's Law, safe storage laws, mag bans, sensitive places, those types of things they'll push. But the big one that they're gonna throw weight behind is the corporations. They're gonna try to get the corporations to be bullied, to give them money and give them support so they don't get a bad grade on their scorecard, so they don't lose business. The right side of the aisle needs to be active on this. GOA, NAGR, FPC, SAF, all of them. And they need to get the congressional pressure and the congressional connections that we have to push right back on this. And every time a corporation does it, we put them right on the spotlight in a corporate objective hearing, or what's it called? Oh my gosh. A hearing for the House Judiciary Committee, the Oversight Committee, all of these committees. Let's drag you in front of Congress to see how you feel about this. Because the one thing that they don't like more than a gun control group pressuring them is congressional sight, where 50% of the population can say, bump you. Guys, this is going to get spicy. And make sure you are subscribed. You got that notification turned on. And I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.